Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining. I think we are expecting more. Let's just notify them on WhatsApp. Yeah, so you're welcome once again. So please, David, you can also notify them on WhatsApp. They can join because our trainer is already here. All right, thank you everyone. I think we're checking up with the team and we are going to be starting. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. You are welcome, Daniel. Welcome, Philemon. How are you doing, Philemon? It seems like you're not in the feed today.
Yeah, Kinsley, good afternoon from where you are. I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, I hope you're having a good time.
Yeah, so far, at
That
least today
sounds,
has been a good day for me. Yeah,
that sounds very good.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're waiting for the team. I'm wondering why they have not joined yet because on Tuesday by this time we were more than 40 here, and now we are just having like around 10 or less than 10 here right now. So I don't know whether it seems like we did not make proper informing because I was thinking since they are already on the calendar, they should remember to join, but it seems like we need to quickly remind them. Okay, we'll be starting soon. Jen, go on. Hope you are having a good time. Can you hear us, Jen? Okay. Yeah, I think I'll be introducing our trainer while we wait for the rest of us to join us. Our trainer today is Daniel Akor. Uh, okay, sorry about that. So today we have a trainer. Let me quickly share my screen in a moment. All right, so today we have a trainer. His name is Daniel Akor. He is a GIS and remote sensing analyst, and he have passion for cartography and humanitarian mapping. He's a geospatial analyst, and he is currently serving as the global mapping guru with Humanitarian OpenStreetMap. So he have a very great wealth of knowledge. He have been in this profession for a long time. He have diploma in related to geospatial science. He studied geography from University of Nigeria, and then also he is currently on his master. So he have actually been a long time when it comes to geospatial technology, and he is an active contributor of OpenStreetMap, which currently he is the global guru of OSM, and then he is the one that is going to be our trainer for today. Now, on this note, yeah, on this note, I'm inviting Daniel Akor to take over the floor. Yeah, over to you, Daniel, if you can hear me, please. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Kingsley. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone here, depending on your own time zone where you're joining from. So, um, Kingsley has introduced me. It's a pleasure joining you on here to contribute and to impact knowledge through community building, especially when it comes to the OpenStreetMap and the Hub community. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, can I go ahead with my presentation and the demo?
Yeah, I think we are going to go ahead. Daniel is going to take us, sorry, Daniel is going to take us from the whole ID, JOSM. So he's going to guide you from downloading JOSM to installation of plugin, configuration, setup, paint style, everything you need to know about the JOSM. So he's going to walk you through that. And he's also going to show you how to map on Tasking Manager. So yeah, so welcome, Daniel. Over to you, please.
Yeah, thank you. So I have a slides here, so I will start sharing my screen then before we dive into the demo, which is a practical aspect of the mapping. So let me share my screen. If my screen is showing, can you give me a thumbs up from your end? Oh, that's right. Thank you.
It seems like our trainer dashed out. Is it only me?
No, I can't hear him as well from this end.
Okay. Let me quickly reach out to him. Okay, while I'm reaching out to him to know what is the issue, so please, first and foremost, let me a bit back him up. I think he will be back. Yeah, how many of you have used JOSM? So please, you can reply with thumbs up if you are already okay with JOSM, if you have been using JOSM or you're still using ID editor. Thumbs up if you are using JOSM. So let me know those that don't know how to use JOSM. Okay, Jen, yeah, Israel uses JOSM. Philemon, good. Okay, so it seems like it's only 3 of us that already know how to use JOSM. So let me quickly share a link with you where you can download JOSM. So JOSM is Java OpenStreetMap editor. It actually runs on Java and is almost about 72 MB for you to be able to download JOSM. So I'll be dropping the link on the chat. So for those who have not installed JOSM for the first time, yeah, so that is where you can actually download JOSM. Yeah, let me share my screen while Daniel will be joining back. So I think he had issue with internet and he have to drop off. Okay, so we follow it step by step. I believe you can see my screen now. So for those that this is the first time of them interacting with JOSM or having JOSM, so the first thing you need to do is to go to the link which I shared with you on the chat. From there, you should be able to take you here. And what you need to do, if you are using Windows, once you get here, and if you are using Windows, you need to come to this row that we have window installer. And if you are using Mac, you also need to come to the second one here where we have Mac OS app. So this is the way you can get it installed. So if you are using Mac, you need to read here to know how to install JOSM on your Mac. That is homebrew. And then if you are using Windows, you just need to click on this particular one here. If you see where my cursor is, the section where you have EXE is the one that you ought to click on. And by clicking on it, you are going to download JOSM, and JOSM is going to be installed to be downloaded in your laptop or your desktop. So you have to get this on download. So what you need to do, just click on this and you can see that JOSM will pop up here like this, and you click on save, and then you should be able to have the JOSM downloaded on your local drive, which is going to be located in download section. Yeah, do we all get there, like those that have not installed JOSM yet? So please just click on that link and then you go ahead with the download. Okay, so when you finish downloading, you should be able to do your download here. You should be able to have a setup that is called JOSM that is going to come up like this. For me, I have downloaded many times because of training or because of this. So you don't need to do the same thing I'm doing. So just go to your own here and you double click on the setup. And that's what you're expected to do. Yeah, in that way. So once you click on the setup, just click on next until it is installed. Then you go through here and you will see the JSON logo here. And once you click on it, it is going to open up like this for you to continue with the rest of setup, and then and then installing the plugin. So please, those that are new to it, so I want you to get to this step I am, and those that are already have it installed, so you can actually continue. So once you finish that, you are going to have something that looks like this. Let me know those that are yet to get there. Please let me know whether you are following up with me or you are having issue, so that I can proceed with the setup, because the setup is important, as I'm going to show you different plugin that you are ought to install. So please let me know. Are we still in progress? Have we succeeded in doing the installation, downloading and install? Yeah, David, if you are done, can you give me a thumbs up? If any of you have finished, please. I would want to know when you finish because I want to give you step by step on how we get that. All right, David, you have finished, right?
I just downloaded.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
downloaded it from my system, but to install it is the problem currently. I don't know
Yeah, I
which
think
of them
that's
to
why I'm
download.
asking. I wanted somebody who downloaded. So please, can you share your screen? Let me guide you so that others can
O-
follow suit in that pattern. Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Okay,
Yes.
all right.
So let
Let me
me
share the
stop
screen.
sharing, and you can go ahead and share your screen while
Right,
we wait
sir.
for Daniel. He will be joining us soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Is it visible?
Yes, it's visible. Good.
Okay.
Okay. Go to your download. Let's see if you have finished
Okay.
downloading.
Yes, I've
Can you
downloaded it. Right. I
let's
believe this
let's
is
see it
it.
on
Right.
download? No. You are downloading the tested. Can you return back to
Oh,
the location? Now go to the window line. There is a place you see window installer. Window installer. Go down.
okay. This
Yes.
particular one.
Yeah. Click on exe. Execution data exe.
Right.
Look at that exe. Yes. Click on the exe.
Okay.
Yes, click on it once. Yes, it will be downloaded. Once you click on it, yeah, press Ctrl J. Let's see. Oh, yeah, can go there. Can
Okay.
close
I
this
think it's
dialog.
downloading.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so that's the one everybody should download. And welcome back, Daniel. Yeah, had issue with network.
Yeah,
And
sorry, I didn't know that my network pulled me off.
Mhm.
And
yeah, so please, David, we were trying to install the software so that when you
okay,
join, you can guide them on the setup. So, David, Daniel will take over from here. Maybe you can share your screen after the presentation so that he can guide you on the installation, on the setting up the plugin, on signing up, logging in, while after his presentation so that others can join you. So over to you, Daniel, please.
okay. Let me share my screen. So sorry, where did I stop, please? Can someone give me a recap of where I was cut off by network?
I think you said, let me share my screen. And the moment you say, let me share my screen, you
Wow,
shared your screen and we
went
stopped.
off.
Yeah, everything went. So I think you are going to start from the beginning because
Child.
for me, yeah, number one, I think, yeah, from there is where you're going to start.
Okay, so let's go in. Let me be a bit fast because of time and battery. So we'll be looking at the objectives of our learning. The objective is to understand what OpenStreetMap is all about. Then part of the objectives number two is to look at the humanitarian OpenStreetMap, which is HOT, the role it plays in disaster response and sustainable development. Then we'll dive into the hot taxi manager uh, when it comes to creating of accounts, setting up profile, then navigating the hot taxi manager platform, how you can join, how you can contribute to that particular platform. Then we install our JOSM, which is the desktop edit of the humanitarian, like sorry, the desktop version of the mapping software. Then we look at the taxi manager, how you can link up or how you can connect your taxi manager to your desktop, just in. Then you will look at downloading a particular tax from the taxi manager to your JOSM software. Then we look at digitizing buildings and roads properly. Then we look at the best practices when it comes to mapping, when it comes to avoiding error, such as overlaps, geometry, and missing attributes. Then we validate the data before uploading it to OpenStreetMap as part of the objective. Then after then, we'll complete our mapping workflow. So this is OSM. And what is OSM all about? OSM is an open source geospatial platform where volunteers join or linked on globally to contribute to open geospatial data for humanitarian risk, disaster response, urban planning, and resource allocation. So why is OSM? OSM is a free open source, is a community driven, empowered by volunteers across the world. They do online or real-time mapping. They monitor disaster response worldwide, and different organizations and people individually join that platform to commit to humanitarian response. So what areas of the application of OSM? We can apply OSM data to disaster management and emergency response, to humanitarian aid coordination, to urban planning and development, to navigation and routing. Then in terms of academics and data analysis. Can you hear me? Let me know if I am audible.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, what is HOT all about? Thank you, Kingsley. HOT is an international body, an international organization, and that supports humanitarian response and sustainable development worldwide when it comes to disaster response, when it comes to AIDS, when it comes to disease outbreak, when it comes to refugee camping and mapping, when it comes to delivering of support to humanitarian needs. So this is what HOT ventures into, or what HOT does. So we look at what the taxi manager is all about. Taxi manager is a web-based platform that is divided into grids, mapping a driver into grid into small tasks, and they are manageable in the sense that they are monitored. Volunteers are assigned to taxis whereby they can map and contribute to the spatial data. And what's the purpose of the hot taxi manager? And one of the purposes is to coordinate volunteers across projects. Number two is to prevent duplicate mapping. The third one is to monitor mapping progress, how the map is going on, what's happening on the tasks, and how volunteers are contributing to that particular mapping. And the last point here is to ensure quality through validation. I think through the taxi manager, data quality, data validation is being carried out. So how is the hot taxi manager workflows looks like. One is you look at the project. When project is being launched through the taxi manager, the project will be divided into grids. Then mappers are onboarded to contribute. Then the last point of it is we have validators, a group of persons, experienced mappers that knows the do's and don'ts of how to map, what not to map, and how to validate this data before it is being submitted. Later on, it is being locked or archived. On my slide here, we'll look at creating the hot taxi manager account, how you create, how you sign in with your OpenStreetMap, you link it up, then you proceed to mapping, you log in into the account, it will ask you of authorization and how you will also link up your OSM username to the platform. Then you start contributing and set up your profile. So JOSM, which is part of the number one thing that we're looking at today. Why JOSM and what is JOSM? JOSM is an advanced tool like the ID editor, which is the web-based tool. JOSM is an advanced desktop tool editor where mappers use to map, they use it for editing, and they use it to upload OpenStreetMap data. And it has a lot of plugins, it has a lot of shortcuts, it supports accuracy when it comes to snapping, accuracy when it comes to aligning your features and functionality, and it works offline. It doesn't connect to the internet, or you don't need to be connected to the internet, or even your low connectivity at your local area. You can just launch in with your JOSM, then you can contribute to mapping projects. And it's a powerful tool that supports validation. You can query your validation, you can check and correct errors before you upload your mapping and tags to the OSM database. So we'll look at installing JOSM, which Kingsley made emphasis some minutes ago. If you're using your Windows software, whether you're using MacBook, whether you're using Lexus, or we'll look at it and we'll go into the server and we'll take the necessary procedures of installation and configuring that particular software, which is JOSM. Then we look at the essential plugins that is required, like the Mapatona plugin, the UTS plugin, the offset plugins, the validation plugins, the map types plugins, and other plugins that are necessary for your mapping activity. Then we connect your taxi manager to your JOSM, which is part of what you are going to do today. We connect it, we carry out the project, then you download it and link it up to your JOSM software. So what is the best practice when it comes to mapping? What to do, what not to do, what to avoid, and the quality guidelines that is necessary. What to do is to look at our buildings. It depends on the project. If the project is assigned just to map buildings, fine. If the project instruction is just to map roads, if the project instruction is to map the both buildings and roads, fine. If the project is to map out footprints, you do that. Those are things that you look at. If it is schools, if it is hospitals, those are things that you look at and what to do when you're mapping. Then what to avoid, you avoid guessing of features. Maybe you see a building, you say, oh, is it a building? Is it not a building? Then those are things that you're guessing. You avoid guessing, you avoid duplicating objects. When it comes to mapping, you duplicate objects, you avoid drawing overlaps, building, joining each other. Then you avoid uploading your data without validation. New mappers tend to just map, then they upload without knowing what to avoid. When it comes to validating your data, there is a plugin of validation whereby when you map, you query the validation, then it will tell you that, okay, this is where error is. Then you dictate the error, you correct it, then before uploading. What is the guidelines? Guidelines number one is to use your JOSM validator. You fix all error, you avoid geometry, you do geometry check, you add uploading comments like the hashtag comment, then I think that's all when it comes to quality guidelines when you're mapping. So this is the validation and the uploading setups, which we are going to look at. When you validate your plugins, you go to validation, you do the necessary edits, you correct your geometry, you fix the error, then you validate your mapping project. These are the common errors on my slide here. What and what to avoid. Avoid crossing of buildings, avoid unconnected roads when you're mapping, avoid duplicated objects, avoid wrong geometry, then you avoid missing tags. Missing tags in the sense that maybe if you're mapping a road, you did not add highway equals to residential, highway equals to footprint, highway equals to footpath. So all these things are what to look at when you're mapping, and the common mistakes that tends to occur over time when mappers are carrying out mapping projects. Then we'll be going into a live demo now. I think that's the end of my slide. If there is any question, is it proper time for us to go into the question and answer, Mr. Kingsley, or we'll start the demo now? Then after the demo or during the demo, if anyone is having a challenge, he can drop his question and questions rather on the chat box.
Seems like Daniel dashed out again. That means network is a big issue down there. That's what it seems like. Okay, he's back. Welcome
Sorry,
back,
Mr.
Daniel.
Kingsley.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mr. Kingsley. I'm
I
battling with
can
network over
relate.
here.
Yeah, you need to buy Elon Musk Starlink.
Okay, sir. So where did I get cut off? We are behind schedule a bit too. Can you hear me?
Yes, I think you finished up. You were about showing us the demo before it cut off.
Okay.
So I think we need to
Yeah,
just go through.
let's just go into the demo section so that we won't be wasting time over here. The team over there, is there anybody that hasn't installed his JOSM on his software so that we'll know where to guide you then before we start mapping? Hello? Can you hear me?
I think you can just continue.
Okay. Please, if you can't hear me, you help me in notifying, because at my own end, I'm battling with network here. Just assist in notify me that, okay, your network is off, or dropping a thumbs up for me, please. Thank you. So let's first check the procedures on installing the JOSM software. So you go to your browser. When you go to your browser, you search in JOSM. JOSM download. And it will take you to this place. And it take you to this place. There are recommended tags that you can download. So you go to your browser, you type in JOSM. When you type in JOSM, you go to this particular icon here. You click on it. Then it will take you to this browser, this interface. Then for Windows users,
I
can you hear
think you're
me?
not sharing your screen.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen now? Yeah, thank you. So before, okay, when you go to your browser, you type in JOSM, JOSM. It will pop something of this nature on your interface. You click on it. Then it will ask, this particular interface will show up, the JOSM interface here. You click on it. When you click on it, it will bring up this interface also, where you, for Windows users, you click this extension to version. When you click this extension version, it will just take you straight to download. It will download the software. For MacBook users, you go through here. But for Windows users, which I think most of us here, we are using Windows software in our systems. So we make use of the extension version here. So you click on this extension version, then it will just download the software for you. For me, I've downloaded it. Then if you didn't have the Java software, because you must have a Java software installed on your system for it to run. So you go to Java, you search for Java on your browser, that Java runtime, any of the Java, you just go to Java download. You click on Java download, then you select the one that works on your window. These ones are offline. This one is for offline Windows 64-bit. Then you click on it, you do the normal proper installation. I've installed Java on my system. So if you didn't install your Java on your system, JOSM will not work because it's the Java that integrate it, in the sense that when the Java is installed on the system, JOSM will function proper. So after installation, you load. Let me try running the download. Oh, so let me just stop the download. You can see it here. It's coming up, but let me stop the download. I have the software already. So after the installation proper, you do the proper installation on how to install it. It will give you an interface like this. You have this interface here. So when you have this interface, you go to your, if you want to do some settings, you go to your preferences by clicking on the edit here. When you click on edit here, you go to preferences. The preferences will come up with something of this nature for you. So first and foremost, what you do, you are going to go to your OSM server. I think there is a latest version of the JOSM now. Mine is not the latest version, but there are later versions of this JOSM whereby you just click it, you just take you directly to your OSM user. So for me now, if I use this authentication, use authentication 2.0 or authentication 2.0, then I will just pick my token. I didn't link it up now. If I click on this access new token, it will take me up to my server, my OSM server. Then I'll link it up with this particular link here. It will link up with my OSM account. So my OSM account or my OSM URL here, I can paste it over here too. Then I'll validate it. If I validate it, it will link it up. So when it links it up, which means my OSM server is linked up to my JOSM. So in the sense that there is a connection right now whereby you can download a particular tile or a particular task from your OSM server to your JOSM desktop here directly. So the next setup that you're going to do is to go to your plugin setup. You click on these plugin setups, it will pop up something of this nature for you. Then you search. Some of the plugins that we are going to use today, we are going to use we're going to install or we are going to activate the building tools, the aperture tools, the UTS plugin, then the Mapatona plugin that are necessary for mapping. So when you come, you click on building, you type building from your key. The moment you type building, building will come up. You activate this particular building tools here. You activate it. I have done mine. After activating it, you go back again, you type utils or aperture. Let's type to that aperture. You type aperture. Then when you type aperture, it will just show up something like this for you. Activate these two boxes. When you activate these two boxes, you search in again. You search in your util plugins. When you search util plugins, it will come up of something like this of this nature for you. Then you activate it. You activate the util plugin, which is this. Then the last one is the Mapatona plugins. The Mapatona plugin. You're searching with your Mapatona. The moment you type, you start typing the spelling of this particular tool, it will automatically come up with what you're searching for. So this is the Mapatona here. Then you activate the Mapatona. When you activate the Mapatona, you download the list. You click on download, you download the list of it. So when you download the list of it, what you're going to do now is to go to remote control. You go to your remote control, you activate your remote control. By default, remote control is not enabled. So when you come in here, you activate your or you enable your remote control. Your remote control, when it's activated now, it will link you up to all these particular links to your server, in the sense that you can do mapping remotely from your hot taxi manager to your JOSM desktop. So anything that you're doing, it's linking it up to your local host. Then you come in here, you activate your expert mode, which is this. Activate your expert mode. Then before I close this particular interface, one of the plugins that you still need to install is the Map with AI. Map with AI. You go to your plugins, you type Map with AI. Map with AI plugin helps you. This is the Map with AI. When you activate your Map with AI, Map with AI helps you to validate features. The AI plugin will help you to capture these buildings. Your own work here now as a mapper is to validate whether what the AI gave you, is it a building, is it the road, or is it the particular building that you're looking for. So when you come in here, you activate your Map with AI. When you activate your Map with AI,
Yeah, while we're waiting for him to come back, seems like he's still battling with the network issue. I don't know whether have we succeeded in following what he's doing. David, have you been able to follow up to where he stopped now? Okay, that's good. He'll be joining back soon. Are you raising your hand? Are you asking a question? If it is a question, you can unmute and ask. Yeah.
Yes, Well, the problem I'm having is that the process he was saying we should follow the plugins, it's a little bit confusing for me.
I think he's back. He's going to
Yeah,
guide you
Mr.
on
David,
those aspects.
if there is any challenge, you can let me know. When it comes to the plugin, where were you confused?
Well, when you said we should search, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where was I supposed to press so that it's going to pull the information.
Okay, when
Like
you
the
come to
building,
your
you said
plugin,
when you are, yes?
okay, I see my screen. Sorry, let me share my screen right now.
Okay.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see it.
So when you come to your plugins here, if you can see it, let me know. This is my plugin here. This is your search button, your search bar here.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to jump in. Yeah, I think I understand what he's saying because if you remember the first time you install JOSM plugin, you definitely not going to have the list. So the first thing you need to do, David, is that when you get here, first and foremost, if you're not seeing anything on the search, click on download list. On that download list, that's going to now fetch all the plugin for you, and that's when you can start the search.
Okay, I'm supposed to click on download.
Supposed to click on download list first if this is the first time you're installing, because that's what's going to fetch all the plugin for you. And once you click on the download, all the list will be there, and then you can proceed with those search that Daniel was trying to share with you. I'm going just to
All
drop the
right,
list
sir.
of the I'm going also to drop the list of the plugin that he outlined, so you can install them, just like follow what he did. I'll be dropping them on the chat just for backup.
Okay, so I just searched for it and clicked on the download, right? So it's showing me a list of different items here. So am I to check them, then click download?
Let me share my screen a bit while Daniel join back to explain what you need to do in a moment. Yeah, I think Daniel is back.
Yes,
Yeah.
sorry, I wanted to switch my network, which I have done now. So I think this Airtel now is a bit stable. So Mr. David, is he here?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, let me share my screen so that I will get your problem solved. So when you come to your plugin here, you come to your search bar here. I didn't know whether you see my. Can you see my search bar here?
Yes, I can see it, sir.
So when you come to your search bar, you do your normal searching. You type in your building. Are you seeing what I'm typing from my screen here?
Yes, sir.
So when you type building, it will come up with this particular interface. This see the building that you're activating here. This the building tools here.
Okay.
So you activate this building tool, this particular building tool. So that's how to install or activate your plugins on JOSM. Then the next tool that we are going to activate is the aperture tool, which is this. You activate these boxes, you tick them up. The moment you click on it, it will activate it.
All right.
Then you search for UTEL's plugins. UTEL. This is the plugin here. UTEL's plugin 2. You activate this particular plugin too. Then you search for Mapatona.
Okay.
This is Mapatona here. You activate your Mapatona plugins too. Then if you want to go further, you search with Map with AI, and this is Map with AI plugin. So that's how to activate plugin in JOSM software or JOSM desktop.
Okay, I think it's coming up now.
Okay, okay. So are we good to
Yes,
go?
yes, we're good to go. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So when you install your plugins or when you activate your plugins, you go to map paint tiles. Map paint tiles are active styles whereby it helps you to navigate through your mapping. Like we have the validator, inline validator active style or map paint tile. We have the missing map, which YouthMappers were the co-founders. We have the map with AI style. We have the public. A lot of them are there. So the one I make use of, I have collapse paint tiles and damaged buildings. The moment I'm mapping and immediately I see a building that is tagged as collapsed building, it will use a particular color or a particular style to indicate that this building is not just building, yes, but it's a building that is collapsed. Then your inline validation too. So all these things, you just go to your act available style tab or search bar. You just click on it. First, you click on color ways. You activate your color ways. The moment you search it, it will come up. Then you click on this arrow here. Me, I have activated my here already. So that's why it can't come up on the active style because I have activated it here. It's active. It's no longer on the available style. So what you're going to do from your own end, search colorways, you activate it or you add it up to the active style. You do your the next one is the inline validation. Inline validation. You search, it will come up, you activate it or you add it up to the active style. You do your Apple paint style too. You search your Apple paint styles, you activate it. You go to waterways, you do them. Waterways. If you still need your layer checker, you search for layer checker. So all these things are mapping styles that is being used to support mapping and to help you in navigating through your mapping project. When you finish activating your mapping style, you go to the remote control. Your remote control is here. You activate your remote control. When you activate your remote control now, it links your JOSM desktop software to your web browser or to the taxi manager server. So it links it up. Anytime you download any data from the taxi manager, it will link you up with your JOSM here. So when we go to the taxi manager, you see where you can link up your JOSM to your taxi manager so that anytime you're loading data or anytime you're loading any tax from the taxi manager, it will report it back or it will load it to your JOSM software whereby you will do your mapping. Then the next thing is to activate your expert mode. This is the expert mode. You activate it. When you activate it, you're good to go. Then you close this particular bar. So let's go back to our taxi manager. So this is the taxi manager. So when you log into the OSM taxi manager, to the hot taxi manager, this is how the taxi manager looks like. So if you don't have an account, you go to the when you create an account, you link it up with your OSM account. So OSM account, creating OSM account, I know whether the team there have resolved that particular stage. So when you linked it up with your OSM account, Let me first log out. Immediately I log out. When I come to the taxi manager interface, this is it. If I don't have an account, I'll sign in. When I sign in here, I'll sign in with my name. I'll add my emails, then I'll click on next, next, then till you get to the last stage of it. But if you have your OSM account, you come in here, you say login. When you click on login, it will go to your OSM dashboard or data base there. Then it will ask you to log in your OSM account. This is my OSM account, this is my password already. Then I'll say log in. Then when I click on login, it will log me in. My OSM account will be linked to the taxi manager, where I will do all the necessary things that is required. It's loading. So let it load so that we'll dive in again and continue. Why the delay? Ah, network. So sorry, it has logged in. So when you're logged into your account, this is how your account looks like. This is how it looks like. So you go to explore project. This is the entire um, taxi manager. These are projects that are active now for contribution. This is where you click on to learn. This is the about. You want to know about the entire taxi manager, what it's all about. If you want to support, you click on support. So you go to your settings. If you have not set in your account, you go to settings, you checked in all the areas that you're interested in. When you're creating your account, you enter all these information there. So that's why I'm having all my information here. Then you check area of interest. Interest in the sense that where you see is like, okay, this particular place is what I wanted to be engaging myself. I'm interested in refuge, disaster, and all these things that I've activated them. Then you come to your settings. Your settings here now, you activate your expert mode. When you activate your expert mode, you come in here, you check in your um default editor. By default, I've activated my JOSM. So if I click here now, you see um some of the interface or some of the tools I can use to integrate it with my taxi manager. So I've activated my JOSM. If the ID editor I activated, so anything I'm mapping now, if I'm mapping any project, if this ID editor that I activated now, it will just take me straight to the ID editor. The JOSM will not be linked. But the moment I activated this JOSM, any map or any project that I wanted to contribute in, then it will just take me directly to my JOSM the moment I launch in this particular JOSM here. So that's all. You set up your language, you go back to this particular interface, then you can search project from here. I think we're working on this particular project. Sorry, let me get the project tags. You can search the project by its number. When you come to this search, you can search the project. The project we are working on is tax 57558. Let you load up, see it here. So we're mapping Dawaki Abuja for resilience. So immediately I click in here, it will come up with this. So this is how the project is. So first and foremost, as a new mapper, as a mapper, all you need to do is first to check the instructions. the instruction of the project, what is the project all about, you understand the concept of the project, what is required in the project. When you come in here now, you check this one, they say type of mapping. If you click here, it will tell you that your what are the things that you need to map here. You map road, you map buildings. These are two things, these features are the two features that mappers are advised to do when they are carrying out this mapping. And this is the goal of the project. You read it to understand the concept of this project. So those are teams. If you want to check the teams and the permission, who can map, who can validate, here who can map, beginner mappers can map, people that can validate are all users, then people that have the level of being an intermediate mapper, they can support in validating this project. And here, if you go down, you see the contributors, people that have contributed to the task. And here is how to down. You can download the data in form of JOSM. You can download the data in form of shapefile. You can download the data in form of KML. That's the Google Earth Pro version format. Then these are buildings, the same thing. So when you come down, you see the level of contribution here, which is the timeline, how the contribution has been carried out over time. This is the dates and the year, and these are the statistics rather of what the project is all about. So you click on contribute. If you want to contribute, you click on contribute, then you come up with these intervals. You can see that the project are gridded into cells or into grids. They're in form of rows and in columns. So first you go to the instruction, you read through the instruction. The instruction says that you should use Bing as the source of the imagery. This is the about of the project. It says you should take 2 minutes and watch tutorials on how to map buildings using ID Editor or JOSM. So you go to this is the link to the video, this is the setup and everything that is required. And this is the change set, the hashtag for the project. Then here, let me explain this particular interface. This interface is how the project is graded, and this is the study area or the shape of the area that is being mapped. Then for us to interpret the legend, you can see any tiles here or any cell here or any grid here that is in white form is available for mapping. Any cell that is showing this light blue is available or is ready for validation. If you see any tiles here that is in form of yellow, it means that that particular task needs more mapping. If you see any tiles that is available that is showing this dark green, it means that that particular task is finished. They have mapped it, they have validated it, it has finished. If you see this particular tile here with this color, with this ash color, it shows that that particular area is unavailable for mapping. Then if you see this color, it shows that that particular area has priority of carrying out that particular mapping. Then if you see this key, this padlock key, means that this project is locked. Another person is mapping that particular area. Can you hear me, please?
Yes.
Sorry, let me explain that particular link to your JOSM before we go into the mapping proper. So when you come back here, you select a tile. When selecting a tile now, when you click on this cell here, it will show you an highlight that that particular tile is highlighted here in this color. Then when you click on map selected tags, it will load it. It will load it to JOSM. If you can see my JOSM here is reflecting, it's loading. And this is the particular tags that we are to map. So this particular area, the road has been mapped already. So what we are going to do here, basically, we are going to map the building. So for you to understand the concept of mapping, you must understand or you must have this manual method of interpreting an imagery. Okay, Mr. David, can you go ahead?
Okay, so I got lost a little bit on how it switched from the taxi manager to JOSM.
Okay, let me go back then.
Yes, thank you.
So when you're in your taxi manager interface, this is the interface of the taxi manager, right? Already I've loaded the particular tile here to my JOSM. So what I will do now, I will stop contributing. I'll just say, okay, select another task. So by default, the moment you said you want to contribute, you click on contribute, it will come up with this particular interface. But let me still go back to the contribute level. So at this interface here now, you select a task here. When you click on this, it will ask you, it will pop up this particular interface here, map selected task. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So you click on map selected task here. When you click on map selected task, it will load. Then watch out your JOSM here. It has loaded the data to your JOSM software. Already your JOSM is linked up to your taxi manager from your settings then. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I think I must have forgotten how the linking of the
Okay,
JOSM to the taxi manager.
let me still go back and explain how you can link your JOSM to your taxi manager. When you come to settings here, you go to your settings, you
Okay.
go down your profile here. Can you see this default editor?
Oh,
So the moment you activate your
okay.
default editor here now, your taxi manager project, any tile that you're loading, it's going to your JOSM. If you activated your ID editor, any tile that you launch in, it will just go to the ID editor web browser and you map through the ID editor. But today we are working with our JOSM. So the moment you click on here and you selected this JOSM, you have activated your profile now. So any mapping project that you're doing, it's basically loading to your JOSM. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So you go back to your contribution, you go back to your project rather, and you go here, you search. You can use your search project bar, then you load it with the code, the last digits, the last numbers. For this project, we're working on tax 57558. Then this is the project here. You load it. I've explained this interface for you guys. So what you're going to do next is to click on contribute. When you click on contribute, David, watch out this particular interface. Let me explain something again here. You see this interface, this editor interface on your taxi manager, this place is where it's telling you that, okay, you can still activate from the taxi manager here. Already by default, you activated it to be JOSM. So that's why it's showing you JOSM here. Are you there?
Okay.
So
Yes,
when you
sir.
click on this editor again, this drop down arrow, when you click on this drop down arrow, it will pop up something of this nature for you. The ID editor and the JOSM editor. So you still click on this, but by default, it's already clicked.
As JOSM.
Yes. So what you're going to do next is
All
to
right.
click this part. You click a particular tax. So me, I have clicked a tax before now, before going back. That's why it's telling me that okay, oh, I should go back. This particular color of path log now in red form now. It's telling me that I've launched into this tax already, this style already. So what I'm going to do now is to say, okay, resume mapping tax. When I click resume now, it will load in. When it load in now, just watch out at this particular interface here. This is the instruction, this is the history, this is the completion. You have 2 hours. By default, you have 2 hours to carry out any mapping project on each tile. That's the timing, 2 hours. So for me, when I launched in here, before I went back to make emphasis on how you can link up your JOSM with your taxi manager, I've spent like 3 minutes already to explain that. So currently I'm having 1 hour 57 minutes left for this particular tie. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. But
So you
I'm
come.
still trying to connect
Okay.
the taxi
Can you share?
manager through JOSM.
Can you? Okay. Is it that you're trying to connect or you're having difficulty? If you can share your screen, then we'll check
Sir?
that. Can you share your screen so that we correct it if it is something that is, or is it that your network is low? That's why it
Oh,
can't connect.
I don't know. Let me share it so that I'll show you the error I'm receiving.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and share your screen, please.
Okay, is my screen visible?
It's coming up. Just go down. Go down on
Okay,
your.
so
Go down. Roll down.
from
Go to this particular. Go to your profile. Your profile settings. This drop down arrow on your profile. Yeah, click on
okay,
it.
this
Go to
side, right?
settings. Yeah, go to settings.
Okay,
Go down. Down. Okay. Activate your expert mode. Go up.
okay,
Yeah,
this
check in this
place.
expert mode. Yeah, check it there.
Okay,
Go back to that particular interface where we started from. Your mapping interface.
okay.
Then scroll down.
Hello?
Scroll down. Come to this particular place where this project is loading. I think your network is a bit challenging. It's still loading. Can you hide this particular share screen? Hide it. Click on this hide.
Okay,
Yeah. Okay. Already
I should click
is
on
linked
here.
up there. No, don't worry. It's linked up already. Click on contribute. Let's see. Already this one is activated. Just click on contribute or start mapping.
I think my network is
It's
breaking a
loading.
little bit. Okay, is
Okay.
it clear now?
Yeah, it's clear now. Click on a tile or a particular cell. Click on a particular cell on that particular study area where we are carrying out this mapping.
Okay,
Select a tile. Then click on select map selected tags.
hello?
Can you hear me? Have you launched in your JOSM? Have you installed the JOSM? Have you launched it?
I should click on the map selected tags.
Yes, before clicking on it, is your JOSM's desktop software, is it active?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, it's coming back small, small.
Like the JOSM software itself, is it active? Have you launched it?
Yes, I have it open already. This is it.
You have it open. Okay. What you're going to do here now is, okay, go to that your JOSM, go back to your JOSM, go to your preferences, go back to that JOSM.
Okay,
activate this expert mode.
From where exactly am I seeing it?
By your left, the last, by your left, yeah, the last, yeah. Go down, go down, go
Expert.
down.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
This part
Activate
here.
it. Yes, activate it. Then go
Okay.
to your OSM server. Let me see what your OSM server entails. OSM server.
Okay.
Go up, go up, go up. OSM server.
Okay.
Cancel that tile. Cancel that tile. Cancel it. Go to
OSM
OSM
server.
server. Okay, okay, okay. The setting is okay. Okay. Click on OK. Okay it.
From here, right?
Yes. Uh-huh. Then go to your taxi manager.
All right.
Oh yeah. Select map selected tax. Click on map selected tax.
Okay.
Have you clicked on it? Oh, please verify
I've
your
clicked
JOSM
on it.
on your computer. Okay, you did not activate your remote control. Go back to your JOSM. Close it. Go to
Okay.
that JOSM. Go to edit.
All right.
Preferences.
Okay.
Oh yeah, go to remote control. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
This this one, right?
Yeah. Click on it. Yes. Active enable remote control.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. Then click on OK.
Okay.
Then go back to your taxi manager.
All right.
Uh,
Do I need
Click
to
on it.
refresh?
No, you're not refreshing. Click on the map selected tax.
Okay.
Uh-huh. So go to your JOSM. Let's see whether it's loading. It has loaded.
All right. So it's
So
showing error downloading titles. Do I
don't
need
worry,
to
it
worry
has,
about this?
no, don't worry about it. It has downloaded. Just zoom in. Let's see.
All right.
Yeah, it's fine. So we'll start mapping now. Let's stop sharing your screen so that
Okay.
hello, is anybody else experiencing similar challenge? So I think none of us are experiencing similar challenge. Let's go. So the moment you install your JOSM or you exported a data or a tile from the OSM, the Humanitarian OpenStreetMap tax manager, it will load in something of this nature, which we just did with David now. So what you're going to do, you start mapping. These are your tools that you're making use of. Those are tools that you're making use of. A lot of tools. This is the building tool. This is the line tool. If you want to draw lines and notes, this is your zoom in, zoom out. This is your parallel and a lot of it. So for us to start mapping now, when I was making emphasis, when I was making presentation, I said, okay, when you're mapping building, you look at the building footprint. This building is a square. So what you're going to do, either you click on this building here. When you click on this building here, it will come up with this particular icon. By default, it's like this. Hope you can hear me, please.
Yes.
So you are going to click on this particular drop building icon here. When you click on it, it will change the particular interface. This is a plus and a building shape here. So when you click on this, you can draw your building like this. That's a default pattern of drawing a building in JOSM. Let me delete it. So if you want to use the normal ID editor pattern, which is you go to draw notes, you click on this, you click on this, you click on this, you click on this, then you click on this. But the challenge here now, you must add in a tax, a tag. You must add in a tax to it. That's the attribute or the geometry. This is the attribute of the building. You must square it. When you click on Q, it will square the building before you add in the geometry of that building. But with this particular tool now, you don't need to follow the normal procedures that is being used in idea editor, whereby you just click note, note, note. Then before you get your shape, after getting your shape, you add a tag. Before you activate it, you change it, you square it, and all manner of things. That is not done here. So with the JOSM software, you activate your building plugins here. It will come up here. Then you click on the square. If you click on this first dot, when you click on this first dot, it will highlight something of this nature. You click on this second dot, this second edge of the building, you drag it. When you drag it, you click it. It will draw this line for you. So by default, it has drawn a building square. So you don't need to square it. Is that clear? Same thing here. If you want to draw a building. So if you want to draw this particular building here, this building is in L shape. It's not in normal square shape like this 4-corner buildings. It's having more than 4 corners. What you're going to do is you click on this. We have a shortcut. The shortcut is B on your keyboard. Apart from clicking on this arrow, if you're good in shortcut, you click on B on your keyboard. When you click on B, it will come up with something like this for you. When it comes something like this for you, click the first dot, you click the second dot, then you set this. It has gotten the first shape file for you. But how can you get these other shapes now? There are 2 ways of doing that. You click on your X on your keyboard, select key, you use this note, you use this note to arrange it. When you use this note, after arranging it, you highlight it, you click on it, it will highlight, then you click on Q, which is to get your first square. You square the building proper. When you square the building proper, the Q, it will square the building for you. When it square the buildings for you, this is how to get the first method of how to get your square. Then there is another method of getting another square. Let's assume that I want to map this particular building now. This particular building too is in L shape. You click on this, you click, you drag. When you click and drag, it will square this building. And what you're going to do now, you click on X on your keyboard. Your X on your keyboard is called the expert mode. The extrude mode rather. The extrude mode, which is this angular created area format here. I don't know whether you're seeing my cursor. So when you click on X on your keyboard or you click this, it will activate your extrude mode. When you activate it, you click on this particular line. You double click on this particular line, it will drop this particular notes for you. Then you drag it, you go in. You double click on this particular edge, you drag it, it will go in. That's another way of carrying out this particular method of squaring your buildings when you want to get your L shape. So maybe if you're working on a circular building, a building that is circle building, maybe a typical example, if you're working in a rural area where a lot of huts, like all these thatch house that is being molded with mud, a hut building. So a hut building, basically, if you're drawing hut building, it's not in a form of a building like this. You can't get it in this form. The shape of getting it is you click on alternate Z. When you click on alternate Z, it will give you something of this nature. Alternate Z on your keyboard, it will come up with this. When you click on this first door, let's assume that this building is a circular building or a hot building. You click on it here, you click the two edge, first here, you click here. You can see you have drawn a circle. That's how to go about mapping a circular building, building that is having a circle shape. And when you're mapping, don't just map the roof, map the building footprint. That is one thing you put into consideration. Let's assume that this particular building now is having how many shapes now. If I should map it now, I will not just go and map in this building. I will maintain the shapes of this building. So for you to deactivate this circular building, you click on alternate R, Alt R on your keyboard. When you click alternate R, it will change it to your normal building shape. Then you click and drag. When you first click the first node, you click the second edge, then you drag. Anywhere you think that, okay, this particular point is okay for me to drop this other line here, then you right click on that particular line. When you right click on it, it will activate this. Then you activate your extrude node. Then you go through it, you pick the shape of this building. That's how to map these buildings. Is there any question before I go to the next aspect of this presentation? Hello? Yes, David, go ahead.
Okay, I just want to clarify something like, does the same principle of like mapping within that particular box area still applies to JOSM?
I didn't get you, come again. When
Like
you're mapping
on
the
the ID editor, right? You are supposed to map within that particular box area that you've
yes,
selected.
yes,
But
that's the same
does
principle.
it still work as JOSM?
Yes, let me go back to my JOSM. You will see that this particular square, this is the tile that I'm working on. So I'm not permitted to work outside this particular tile. You can see the imagery here is having a gridded lines here. So these places are not part of my study area or my tile that I'm meant to map. So I will be mapping only this particular box, this particular square. Any building that falls in within this square, that's what I am mapping.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir. I think that's it. Thank you.
Are we good to go?
Yes.
So we have the layer here. By default, when you activate your JOSM, you have your layer. These are your layer bars whereby you have the entire details of everything you're working with. It loads in your data, it comes up with the OSM data, it comes up with the boundaries, it comes up with the imagery and all other things that is required. Then this particular interface is for your tagging. This one is for your tagging. This one is selection, this one is relation, this was to discuss about the conflict and to resolve it. Then this is the validation result. The validation result, when you are activating your inline validation, that's when this validation result come up. So let's assume that I did a map like this now. I mapped this project and I wanted to correct check this error. I'll click on this validation now. It will load. When it loads now, it doesn't pop up anything. When I click here now, it tells me that, okay, this is the warning error I'm having. What's the warning error? It said on name ways. So you are a remote mapper, you don't have the knowledge of this map, of this road rather. You don't know the names of this road, you're just mapping the road. The only thing you know about this road, maybe is it highway, is it residential way, is it street, is it footpath, is it trunk, and all other things that is required. So these are the only thing by default that, okay, the remote mapper does. When you're mapping, you just map the roads, then it will show that, okay, if you click on this road like this now, it will tell that, okay, this is how the road is. what's the tag of the road? Highway residential. That's all. So when you activate or when you check in your validation and it's telling you that you're having an unnamed road, don't mind. You don't have any challenge. Your mapping is correct. Is that clear? So next one now, we are going to map roads. A typical example of this project now is this. Already this project, this particular project, this area, they have mapped this road. But I think there is a road that is linking to this building, that is leading to this house. So for you to map your road now, you click on this draw note. It will activate draw note, but the shortcut is A. When you click on your A on your keyboard, when you come in here, you can start from this end. You double click. So when you double click on it now, it has mapped this road. But the challenge now, this road now is not tagged. Your road now is not tagged. It's not like the way building was. When you're mapping building, by default, all buildings are building equals to yes. Building equals to yes. But roads are not like that. When you're mapping your road, when you click on your A or on your draw note, when you draw the note, when you join the note with the existing road, it will tell you that okay, this road is mapped. But if you can see, it's not highlighted like the way this one was highlighted. So meaning that this road now is not tagged. You just draw a line, but it's not tagged. So for you to tag this road now, you select the road, you go to your tag, add tag, this particular add interface here, this icon, you click on this icon. When you click on this icon, you come here, you say highway, you click on highway, you search or you type highway. The moment you're typing it, it will come up with highway for you. You can type it completely, but I think it assists in getting all these things. When you click on highway, you ask you to choose a value. The value, normal value is you will see all the types of roads that is being used or that is being used to tag build road networks in OpenStreetMap. But for you, this road now, you being a mapper or you being being a mapper, you have to have the local knowledge of interpreting this road now. Is this road residential? Is this road highway? Is this road trunk? Is this road secondary? Is this road primary? Those are things that you need to have the local knowledge of. So any road that is linking to a house is tagged as residential. There are roads that are linking to cities. You can tag that one as secondary road. But for you to have further knowledge of how to carry out this tagging now, I will share a link with you to the OSM wiki. So that OSM wiki now, it's a platform whereby you have access to all the taggings that is being used in OSM. So let's go. Let me tag this road. When I want to tag this road now, click on this. I will select on the road, then click on add tags. When I click on add tag, I will search for highway. Select key, highway. When I select key, highway, it will come up. Then I'll add this value. Highway what? Residential. I can search. I'll type residential. It will come up with residential for me. Then I'll okay it. Meaning that this road now is residential. It's linking to a house. Is that clear? So when you want to map this building, this is a building, but if you can see, this building is still undergoing construction. It's still undergoing construction. When you want to map this building now, when you click on your B on your key, it will highlight the building mode for you. Then you draw your building. But when you draw this building, you're going to change this building node. The tagging now will not be building yet. It will be building construction. When you search in your key building value, you type in construction. You can see now it's different from this particular building that you say building yes, building yes, building yes. But this one is building construction, meaning the building is still undergoing construction. It hasn't reached its complete stage. So how do you map nodes? How do you map a point shape, a point feature? Let's assume that okay, you're carrying out a tree mapping project and you want to map these trees now, tree canopies. How did you map this tree? When you want to map this tree, you're mapping it in form of a point. In GIS, we have three data formats. We have the road, we have the area, we have the polygon, and we have the point. So those are features that are being used in geographical representation of data. So for buildings, you can represent your building with area or polygon. You can represent your roads with line. You can represent your tree with a dot. So for you now to represent your building with a point feature, you will just click on your A. When you click on A, it will ask you to draw notes. This particular icon here, it will highlight this particular icon. Let's assume that I wanted to draw this tree now. I wanted to add this tree to OSM now. I will double click on that particular tree. Let's assume that this is a single tree canopy. I will double click on that canopy. It will add this now. Then I'll add the tag. When I come to add tag, I will ask it to have natural. I will search natural. When I click on natural, then I'll add the value 3. I've mapped this note already. You can see now it has mapped this tree. Is that clear? Is there any question, please? The room is quiet. Please how to add notes or how to add point feature on JOSM. So if you want to map with the Mapatona, let's dive into the Mapatona plugin. Yes, David, can you go ahead?
Okay, so the whole explanation is straightforward, but I still want to understand if you can guide me on, like, after you map, right, a building, the tagging aspect, because I was trying to follow through on that, but
Can you share your
was a
screen? Let
little
me
bit
stop sharing so that I'll guide you. I think
okay.
others are familiar with the interface, but let's share your screen so that I'll guide you.
All right, I'm coming. Is it visible?
Yeah, you can go ahead. It's coming up.
Okay, so right now I have mapped this particular building, right?
Mm.
So about the tagging aspect within this area, I
Just
don't
select
know
the
if
building.
you
Select the building. Click on that. Select the building.
this one.
Yes, click on one of those lines there. Yes, the geometry. That's
Okay.
the note. Now you click on the note, just the line. It will
Okay,
highlight
all
it.
the nodes I'm supposed to click.
No, the line that is joining the note. Yes,
Okay,
select the building.
this.
So go back to your tagging now. You see that building here. You can see that this building
Okay,
already by default, when you use your building plugin, it tells you that okay, this building, when you draw it by default, it comes with the key and the value is yes. But in
okay,
idea editor now, in idea editor now, you're drawing notes, you're drawing the building shape file, the building shape rather. So click on A on your keyboard. No,
okay.
deselect the building first. Click X.
All right.
Click S first. No. S. Delete. Click on delete
S.
to delete that note.
O-
Click on delete on your key. Uh-huh.
Okay.
You've click S, right? Click on A.
A.
Yeah, those are
All
shortcuts.
right.
So you have activated your notes, drawing of notes here now.
O-
So
Okay, this guy
yes,
right here, right?
yes, this guy here now is activated. So go to a particular building that you want to draw.
Okay, let me pick something a little easy. Something like this.
Oh yeah, just get the geometry, just get the dimension of that building.
All right.
Click again, keep on clicking, then you get the square.
Okay.
Good. Good. Now you have gotten the geometry of this building. But the challenge now is that your building now is not having any tag. How can you tag this building? Go to add under the tag layer, under that layer, go to
From
add.
here.
Click, yes, click add. So
Okay.
it's telling you that okay, oh, your building now is empty. There is no any added tags to it. So you're going to search building, type building.
Building.
It has come up. Just click yes. No, the choose value. No, no, no. Yes, type in yes in the choose a value. No, no, no. Just
Okay.
type yes.
Why? Okay.
It has come up with that particular tag now. Why is it building yes? Because you didn't have the local knowledge of that building. Let's assume that you are a remote map, you are a local mapper that knows what the building is. Then that's when you add other features. But at your level now, building is yes. So you click OK. OK it.
All right.
Can you see that you have added the tag to that building now?
Yes.
The highlighted building. So this building now is not in a proper square format. It's not properly squared. So how did you get your square now? You click on Q on your keyboard.
Okay. You said
Keyboard,
what
not
exactly? I didn't hear.
Q key. To get the square, the
Q.
proper square. Yes, click on Q. Uh-huh.
All right.
So you're seeing that the thing has reflected. You're having a proper square of your building.
Yes. Okay.
So that's how to add tags to building. Is there any further clarity that you want?
So you made mention about these complex buildings that have
Complex
different
building. Okay,
angles,
good.
right?
So click on B.
Okay.
B,
B,
yeah. So
right?
B now is for you to activate your building plugin. So click the node, click the edge of that building that you're currently on.
Okay.
Get the first two edge. Then click the other edge, then drag it. No, 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 no. Click
I
S.
think
Ah, click on your
S.
X, highlight it. Highlight that particular building. No, not the node. Highlight the entire line. Delete it.
Okay.
Delete on your keyboard. Click on delete. Go back. Click B.
Okay.
Select a
So
particular edge.
I choose.
Click on it. Right click.
Uh-huh.
Go. Click on it again. Then drag. Click and drag. Then click.
I should drag it all the way to the edge.
Yes, drag it all the way to the edge. So now
Okay.
you have drawn a square building. So how can you get this L shape of this building now? That's when your extrude mode comes in now. Extrude mode is this angle, this angle shape on your plugins layer bar here. But the shortcut key now is A. Click on A on your keyboard.
Okay.
A. Oh, sorry, it's X, S, S, X, X, X. Click on X.
X. Okay.
Yes. When you click on X, it will highlight this particular yellow arrow here, where you have a
This
lot
guy,
of
right?
yes, this guy here now. It has highlighted this guy here. So if you see now, go back to the building, just move around with your cursor. You're seeing that your cursor now is having an arrow that is attached to the initial cursor.
Yes.
So what you're going to do now, go to the particular edge where you want to drop a note. Just drop a note there.
Like from here.
Yes, click on it. Double click on it and get a note there. Double click there.
Okay.
You have added a note. Then click and drag that particular line.
Yes.
Yes, that line that you're on it now. Click and drag. Not the note. The red line.
Okay. Oh,
Yes, there. Select now. Right
it's
click
not
on that line.
dragging.
No, you right click on the line. Right click on the line.
I
Right
have
click.
clicked on it. It's not
Did you right click on the line?
like this.
Yep.
David, just click on the line. Just click on the line. Go to that line now. Go to the line now.
Go to
No,
that
that's
line and drag it.
just
Yes.
drag
No,
From
that.
on the
here.
note now. That's the note. In between that line and that other edge of that note, drag it. Click on it and drag it. Uh-huh.
Yes,
Oh,
the center.
No, this is the
No,
node.
not the node.
Select
it's
that
not
line.
dragging. That's the
You're not
problem.
selecting the line.
Okay, Dan, let me help him. David, can you listen to me?
Yes, I'm
David,
hearing you.
okay, press escape on your keyboard.
Yes.
Press escape.
Okay.
Now go to the center of that line now and right click it down. The center of the line in between the node. You see that? No, go down a bit.
From
Down.
here.
No, down. Go down a bit. Down a
Down.
bit. Yeah, down. Now I want you to left click down and drag it to the right. No, not on the node, on the line. On the line.
On the line.
From here, right?
No.
The other side.
The other side. No. Go back to the initial side where you are before. Yes, stay there.
This was where I put the node.
Come down to that node. Come down a bit after that node. Yes. Stay around there. Stay there.
Yeah, left click now and drag it.
Okay. Hello?
Left click and drag.
Left click and drag.
Uh-huh.
Like this.
Stay there, yes. Then do the same thing. Get that other edge aligned. Can you hear me?
So I should left click and drag again.
Drag, yes.
Okay. I was not supposed to release my finger on the
No, you're
left
not
click
releasing
button.
it. Yes, you won't release your finger.
Hello?
Did you get it?
Hello?
Hello, did you understand the format?
Yes, I have understand it now.
Okay. Is there any other challenge?
Oh, I think for now, just practice it more and see how understand it.
Yes. What you're going to do is to practice it so that it will be flexible.
So it's the same tool that we will use to design.
Yes, that's how
come
to
up with this particular building that has some kind of shapes, right?
Yes. So follow the pattern of that building shape. Do the same step on how to get these particular edges. That's how you do to get all of them. Is that clear?
Okay. Yes, sir.
So you can stop sharing. Let me share my.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if assuming now we're going to, let me just put us through a particular guide again. Let's assume that this building now is not properly aligned. Let's say maybe this building is like this, or it's not, is in this shape form, like this building is in this format. So how do you get this building now? How can you align this building now? That's when you use your rotation format or your rotation keys. So how can you rotate this format now? That's where you use you click on control alternate and shift key. So when you click on alternate shift, you rotate it. You can see my screen, right? It helps you to rotate this building. When you rotate the building, you can get the alignment. You drop it. You just click and drop it. If the building is far off from here, you just select the entire building. Don't release your mouse. The moment you right click on your mouse, hold the right click, then it's highlighted. You can move it around. Then you move it back to get the proper footprint of that building. What if the building is in this format like this now? That's when you use your rotation key. Control Shift, then you rotate the building. You can see that this building is rotating. That's how to get this format. Let's assume that this building now maybe is not in the right shape, like in terms of the width, is wide enough. So how can you get this building now? Maybe you want to use your increase, and decrease mode. When you're using your increase and decrease mode, you use your shift alternate, control alternate rather. You right click. When you select the building, you press control alternate key, then you use your mouse, drag in and drag out, drag in and drag out, drag in and drag out. It will be reflecting something of this nature for you. That's how to make the building big, and that's how to make it small. Control alternate. Why to rotate the building? Control Shift, you rotate it back. So let's go to the Mapatona plugin. The Mapatona plugin helps you to map buildings in the sense that you map buildings in a fast way. Like it helps you in mapping fastly. So for you now to activate your, for you now to do to use the Mapatona function now, first you activate your draw lines plugins. When you activate your draw line plugin, you come to each building edge. But you're going to say each building, you're going to select this building, the edge. You are going to select it in 3 nodes, the 3 edge. Let's say, okay, I'm mapping this building. I want to use my Mapatona now to get this building now. When I right click on this node, I right click on this edge, I right click on this edge, I go to this particular building, I right click on the edge, right click on the edge, right click on this. When I want to get this, I right click here, right click here, right click here. When I want to get this building, right click here, get this edge. When I want to get this building, I click 3 edges of the building. 1, 2, 3. When I want to get this building, 1, 2, 3. When I want to get this building, 1, 2, 3. So after getting this building, I'll go to my Mapatona. I'll click on Mapatona, then I'll select badge orthogonal building. Orthogonal building are buildings that are having 4 shapes. That is proper square building. When I click on badge orthogonal building, it will badge it off. You can see that all the buildings that have clicked the nodes, they are mapped out. Is that clear? So that's how to use the Mapatona plugin. So when you use the Mapatona, mostly the Mapatona plugin will just map the building for it. Will give you a proper alignment of the building. You as the mapper now, you're going to check in the alignment of the building. You're going to arrange the building and get the proper shape or get the proper footprint of that building. Let's assume that this building is not properly rotated or balanced. I will rotate the building a bit. Then I will position the building on a proper building footprint on its original proper building footprint. So that's how to map with Mapatona plugin. So how, if you want to select the entire building now, you can come in here outside this box, you right click and draw. It will select all the buildings for you. It will select all the features for you, especially the buildings and the roads. So maybe you want to search in buildings that are having the nodes. That's when you use your filter. So let's dive into the filter and see how we can filter our buildings, or how you can select a filter building. This is a particular filter plugin here. So if you want to filter buildings here, you right click or you select this add filter. When you click on select that filter, maybe you want to select the entire building. What you do is just search for building. Building equals to all. You have filtered all these buildings now. You have filtered them. So if you check your filter now, it has filtered the entire building. It's only this road that is there. But at your level now, we'll leave this. Maybe before the end of the training, we'll do that. So if you want to search buildings now, you want to search the entire buildings of this, you want to select the entire building, you can use your filter. Buildings, you can use your search rather. The search bar is here. Search for object. You click on search, it will come up with this. Then you type in building. Building equals to all. Then you search in view. Maybe if you want to view all the buildings in view, then you select. It's giving me a wrong query. So it has selected all the buildings that I'm having on my tile. When I come here, I will search in by using this string. You type in search equals to all. Then in view, you want to view all these buildings. You type in view, space in view. You click on your search. It will highlight the entire searching. It will highlight the entire building that you have mapped. What if I want to highlight the entire highway now? I'll come in here and say, okay, building equals to no highway. I'll change it to highway. Highway equals to star in view. It has highlighted the entire highways here. So what to check when you're mapping your route? There are things that you need to put in order when you're mapping your route. Note and meant to connect to each other. Normally in a geographical phenomenon, in the real world, I don't think you will just see a highway that just passed that doesn't have a connectivity. So if you're mapping this road now, if you can see all these roads are having connectivity. So when you're mapping, make sure your road is linked to another road, the way this one was linked into this road. So that's how to check in, or that's how to map road. Ensure that those roads are mapped proper. So when you're mapping these roads, you make sure you put all these things in order. Same thing with the building. Ensure that all your buildings aligns with the footpath, with the building footprint rather. So this is your validation. Before now, I talked about the validation. So let's go down to your map types. Those are your map paint types. The one you have activated on your map paint tiles. They will come up here. They will be showing up here. So it's left for you now to activate them. So this one is inline validation paint tile. So if I activate here, any validation that I'm doing, it will activate all the inline validation. If I want to check Apple paint tile, it will activate it. I want to activate my collapse building. Already I've activated it here. So all those things are here. This is my map with AI. If I want to activate my map with AI, I will activate it. Is there any question? The room is quiet. Okay, so let me go to how to add in an imagery. Maybe let's assume that maybe you're mapping and the imagery you're working on is blur. I want to compare the image with another imagery. Then you go to your imagery here. Then you see that, okay, you can select Bing, you can select X-ray, you can select map box, satellite image, you can select the OpenStreetMap Kato standard. So by default, when you add in an image here now, the moment you load in your data, it comes up with everything, both the imagery and any other things. So this is the image. We're working on map box image, but let's assume that maybe the map of image is not visible, it's blur, it's not clear. You come into this image, you come here, it's okay, I want to compare this imagery with my Bing image. So I'll click on this image, then you click on add this image. It will load in the image for you. You can see now the imagery is loaded here. It has added Bing image to the particular imagery that we're having. But mind you, some of the image doesn't align with the original imagery that comes up. So you will set the offset. If you want to set the offset of that imagery, then you can select the offset. When you come here, you select image offset. When you click on select image, it will ask you which of the image you want to offset. If this the Bing image, then you click on Bing image, then it will align this one. The moment you bring in your cursor here, you can see that, okay, you want to align this imagery with the particular map, the particular building that you're having. Maybe the building doesn't align with what how you're mapping now. The building, the footprint of your building doesn't align with how the imageries are. Then you click on this adjustment, you adjust the imagery. When you adjust the imagery, you click OK. That's how to adjust your imagery. If you want to delete the imagery, you click on this particular delete icon. After selecting the image here, you delete it. So let's assume that your imagery is blurry, you're not having proper visibility. You want to see, or you want to add in some highlighted colors so that you confirm whether, oh, this place is tree, whether this place is building, whether this place is residential area, whether this place is wetland. So that's when you will come in here, you highlight the imagery, you use this eye, that's a change visibility icon here. When you click on change visibility, it will come up with all these things. If you want to use your opacity, you can drag in your opacity. You can see the imageries are changing the colors. If you want to use your color, you can see that the buildings change color. It has come back to black and white. This is the default state. You can add it up so that you see a proper view of what you are working with. So there are times that when you're mapping buildings, you have a multiple buildings. Let's assume that maybe a building that is having a courtyard. A courtyard here on this image, you don't have any building that is having a courtyard. How can you map a building that has a courtyard? Let's assume, okay, let me just draw a typical example of a building. Let's assume that this is a building, and in between this particular building, you're having a courtyard here. There is still a space here. Maybe the building is built there, and in between the building, you're having a space. So the space is called a courtyard. So you're going to integrate this building. When you join this building, it will form a multi-polygon. it will form a multi-polygon. So how did you map a multi-polygon? Okay, let me use this particular building as a case study. Let's assume that this particular place, this particular window here, this particular building is closed here. Is having this window here, just this place. This place is open. Is open. So when it's open now, how can you map this particular courtyard? You bring this building, you get the proper shape file, you get the proper shapes like the building footprint. Then you click on B again, you zoom in. So okay, I want to get the dimension of this building. Then you get this dimension. If you can see, it's telling me that you're having building inside building, and which is against the mapping ethics. So how can you get this building integrated to form a multiple polygon or a multi-polygon? So that's when you select this building, you hold your control key, you select this other building. When you select this other building, you click on control B. Control B. You can see that this building, it has selected a multiple building. It's now a multiple building. How do you know that it's a multiple building? You go to your tagging. When you go to your tag here, you will see that, oh, this highlighted building is not just building, but it's having a multi-building. That's building with two numbers, with outer and inner buildings. Now I've selected the outer. If I click here, you tell me that this is the inner. That's how to map multi-buildings or buildings with courtyard. So for me, I would delete this. It's no longer building with courtyard. It is turned to normal building. So if you're having maybe a building that is intersecting, let's assume that I am carrying out a mapping project and I am mapping this building and this building intersected. So that's the function of the inline validation and the collage building and all these paint types that you have activated. So anytime you map a building and is having an overlap, it will tell that, oh, this building is having an overlap here, and which is against the mapping ethics. What do? You ensure that this building now will not overlap, either by clicking one and dragging it up. When you do that, it will tell that, okay, your building is no longer overlapping. So how do you adjust it? You click your extrude mode, your X. When you click on X, you take it off to get the proper adjustment of the building. That's when your building is overlapping. What if your building is joining with road, or your building is joining each other? That's when you use your glue on glue and glue key. Let me do an illustration here. Let me say, okay, this building is meeting this road. A building, this is a building, and I went ahead to map a road that crosses this building. Let's assume that, okay, this road now is coming up, and I went and joined all these nodes with this building. You can see that the entire line is telling me that, oh, this road is joined with this building. How did I separate this building from this road now, or this building from this line? That's when you use your glue key to unglue, your G to unglue your building and road. So when you have something of this narrow, when you come across a scenario that is telling you, okay, this building, or you map a building that is having a building that is joined together, that's when you use your G key. When you click on G key, it will unglue the building. You can see now that the building now can go ahead. When I do Ctrl Z, it will go back to the normal form. If I drag this building now, this building is going together with this road. because you are highlight this road now. This road is going together with this building, so I have to unglue it. So ungluing it again, you click your G. When you click on your G, you have unglued the building, and you can see that this road is separated. This building is separated from this road. That's how to unglue any building that is joined together, any road that is joined together when you're carrying out any mapping. So at this point, I think I will stop sharing my screen. If anyone is having any challenge, he can share his screen so that we can resolve what that person is having on his own end. Then if there is anything that is needed, you can still reach out to the community, then we'll guide you. But there are links to and videos whereby you can learn more on mapping and how to carry out a proper uh, mapping project. Thank you. Yeah, if everyone is having a challenge, I think the floor is open. You can speak out so that we'll guide you and tell you what to do. So before I went off, or before the Q&A and any challenge, we have not uploaded our mapping tags. So how did you upload this building now? That's when it comes to you're done with your mapping. You know that okay, everything about these maps now. I have mapped this building proper. I have mapped this building proper. When I map the entire building, I've gotten everything that I need. I'll do a proper cross check. I'll do a proper cross check. When you do a proper cross check, you will use your validation key to validate the data, whether there are buildings that are joining, whether there are places that are having intersect, anything that has to do with error. The validation uh, plugin assists you to get this done. So before I go on, let me just finish this particular task so that I will show you what the validation interface look like, or the validation plugin looks like. Hope we are mapping from our end. You go through this building proper, you cross check. Don't just assume. Don't just assume that oh, this is a building. You cross check and check um, how the building is. You go through it, know whether oh, this particular feature, does it align to a building? Does it look like a building? Is the shape? You check the shape of the building, you check the environment, you check the pattern of how the building is being drawn. Then you arrange it proper. Make sure you get the proper footprint. Make sure everything is aligned, and you make sure you work with the the instruction given to you, the instruction of the project. The project is for you to just map buildings and roads. So if there are places whereby somebody just map these roads now, and I didn't add this road, of which you know that oh, this is a clear image that is showing a road. Oh, this building, this particular place, this is a proper road now. Then you need to correct that particular road and put the necessary tags. If there's something that you have the local knowledge of it, you add the local knowledge. If something that you didn't know the local knowledge, then you leave the proper default knowledge to it. So after mapping all these buildings and the road, after you do the proper mapping, you take things that are required into considerations, you go through the tiles, you zoom in, you zoom out, You cross-check the shapes of this building. You do your extrude mode. You get the proper alignment. After getting this done, I think I've mapped all and check if these buildings are mapped proper. I think there should be a building. This place, it looks like a building here. I zoom in, I zoom out proper. This building is joining. So I will just show you another skill of how to join buildings. When you're having two buildings joined together, this is another method. This is another technique of joining this building. Let's assume that a mapper just mapped this building, and if you take this building now, you see that, oh, this building is not just a single building. It's a building that is showing multiple shapes. Like, it's not just a square, but it has different shapes and dimensions. Then if you want to join it now, maybe it's having an overlap like this. If you want to join it now, you click on this building, you select this building, you hold your control key, you select this building, you hold your control key, then you click on shift J. Shift J. Shift J now will join these buildings for you. What do I mean? These buildings now, initially, it was not joined like this. It was overlapping with separate building, separate building. So if I want to get this building now and join together now, I'll just align the building to each other. Then I'll hold it I will select this particular building. I'll hold my control key. I'll select this particular building. I'll click on my shift J. Shift J now is telling that, oh, this building now is aligned proper. So I'll do away with this line. I will select and click it and delete it. So it's telling me that this building is multiple buildings. I'll just go and edit it and do away with these multiple buildings. You can see that I'm having normal building. Then okay. Building, yes. So that's how to merge two buildings that are intersecting. You select the two buildings, you hold your shift and you click J, it will join it. So if you want to see more of this shortcut, when you come to your edit, you go to your preferences. There is this place. Oh, shortcut. Oh, here. Okay.
It is under keyboard shortcut. Down. No, you're passing it. Yeah. Up, down, small. It's between.
Okay, yeah, I've seen it. Thank you. Keyboard shortcut. This is it. So if you want to see all the shortcuts that you want to master this shortcut and have this short offhand now, you can just come to this shortcut. All the shortcuts that is being used in JOSM, this is where to get your shortcuts. All these things that we are using, all the shortcuts. So when you come here, you see all the shortcuts. Then you start learning. You can't just learn it under one day. You just be taking it gradually and be applying the knowledge. Yeah, that is now slow. So when you're done mapping now, there are skills, there are things that you put into order. You want to check maybe your buildings are having any issue. You want to validate the building. That's when you use your validation result icon here. This mark logo here. When you click on it now, it will load. It will tell you that these are the number of error with warnings. This particular one that is having, when you click on warning now, you double click on warning, it will tell you that okay, see what is happening, the entire errors or the entire challenge you're having. When you click on it, it tells you that okay, this is a drop down. It will narrow it down to that particular area where those buildings are. When you come to that building, you right click, you highlight that particular building, you right click on it on mouse, it says zoom to the problem. It will take you to this problem. Then you see that oh, this problem is not just, it's not a normal problem. It's something that is up to standard. You know that this building is a building that is going under project, is undergoing project. So that's not a challenge. It's not something that I put into consideration. Where you see now is they said self-crossing ways. There are roads that are crossing themselves. You double click on it. When you double click on it, you click on the building. It tells you that okay, this building is crossing each other. You right click and go to the zoom to problem, and it will take you to where the problem is. So it's telling me that there are nodes that are crossing each other. It highlighted this node. So I will just come in here and effect the correction by deleting those two nodes at the edges. So when I delete the two nodes, I'll click on it like this. It will tell me that that error is sorted out. So these unnamed roads, unnamed ways, I think they are not an error. Why? Because you don't have the local knowledge of this road. You can't add a name to it. All you know there is highway, residential, maybe highway secondary or highway tertiary. So those are informations that you as a remote mapper, you have to have the knowledge of this route. So when you finish this, after checking the validation, it will tell you that it's only this error now that you're having, then which is errors that you don't need to put into consideration. Then you click on upload, this arrow that is facing up, you click on this arrow, then it will tell you that oh, you're having this warning. You check the warning, it's warning that you know initially you have checked your validation result. You don't need to put into consideration. You just go okay, continue, click on continue upload. It will take you to this interface, and this is the hashtag. So what you're going to add here now, you're going to add in an hashtag of what you just did. You mapped, you mapped, you mapped comma. If you modified any building, maybe you change in the, you aligned it to be in alignment with the building footprint. Maybe there was an intersect between this building, you change the overlay. Maybe there is a joint note, then you unglued it. Those are things that you modified. So you said you modified the building. If this with the road that you did, you said mapped, modified buildings and road. So these are things that you have just done. So if you need a further review of your edit, so okay, oh, me, I'm just a new mapper. I didn't know what's happening. Okay, oh, you say, okay, I would like someone to review my edit. That's the further review. Then you activate this. But if you know you're sure that what you map is correct, you meet up to standard, you did what is required, you don't need to activate this. What you just do is to just upload. Then your data, it will tell you that your data is upload successful. So what you do now, you go back to your taxi manager, of where your project was before, this particular project. Then you come in here, you click on this complete icon here, this complete icon. When you click on complete icon, you go down, it will ask you, is this tax completely mapped? Yes. If this task is not complete map, you said no, you click on no, it's not completely mapped. If you have bad image, maybe you encounter imagery that is challenging, you come back here, you said no, the imagery is bad, you click on it. If you have further comment, you can say okay, oh, I mapped, modified buildings, mapped comma modified buildings and road. So when you are done with this comment, you just submit your tax. So if you can see now, this particular tax is ready for validation. This particular tax is ready for validation. So if you want to go further, you want to map again, you click another tax, you click on map tax. When you click on map tax, it will take you to, it will load another tax for you. Then you start another mapping tax. Yeah, I see someone raise his hand. Who is there, please? Okay, David, go ahead.
Okay, sir.
So there is something I want to confirm. Like, do you need to finish mapping all the buildings before you upload
No,
your
you don't.
work?
You don't need to finish all the mapping of the building. Let's assume that okay, you just map small. You can upload the work and continue on your mapping. So
Okay.
it depends on you.
All right.
But I advise the moment you map, you upload. The moment you map, you upload. So it all depends on you what you want to.
All
If
right
you're
then.
mapping a large area now, you'll be mapping and uploading. But if you know that that place is something that you can finish on time, you just map it and upload it and
Okay,
go back.
so that means
Mm.
the mapping that you're doing, it doesn't usually save, right? Like you have to upload it before it saves your progress.
Yes, yes. Because when you're linking your when you're linking your JOSM, you linked it to your OSN account. So the moment you map, if the moment I start mapping now, when I loaded this image now, just watch this image now. When I loaded this image, this particular icon here is not activated, right? So if I should click on any
Okay.
building now, the moment I draw any building now, you are seeing that this icon is activated.
Okay.
Icon is activated. So any building I draw now, I am adding, but I have not uploaded it to the server. So it's not available on OSM database.
Okay.
I just did mapping without uploading. So let's assume you just map now and you did not upload, which means you done nothing.
Wow. So you have to click that
Yes,
up
you click
arrow
on
to
this up,
upload.
yeah, the up arrow there is for download. So you click here. If
Okay.
for upload rather, you upload, you make your comment. So the moment I made this comment regards this project, it has saved this comment for me. So anytime I'm coming to this particular project now, if I want to add my comment now, the moment I click on shift and I added my hashtag, I'll see that it has loaded the comment for me. It has loaded the comment because I have loaded the comment initially.
Okay. So
Then
same thing, you keep doing it for most buildings. Like if you do a good number of building you upload, then it keeps
yeah,
updating the buildings.
yes, keep on
Okay.
rotating. So this particular building now, if you go to that area now, you want to download this data now. This data is available on OSM database. Someone can make use of this building. Maybe he wants to do any analysis or he wants to know the number of buildings there.
All right.
It's available now. So before I
Yes,
would
I got
drop
it.
down, I think I'll need to explain this drop down arrow. This drop down arrow, if you want to download maybe a map from OSM, if you click this drop down arrow here now, let's say I wanted to load in a data, I wanted to load in a data of a particular area to this my JOSM. When I click this drop down arrow, it's for me to set download map data from a server of your choice. Then I'll click here. When I click here, I can zoom in and check where am I. The particular area now by default now this is the area where this project is carrying out. If I want to download it now, the moment I click I say okay, I'm not working here, I want to work here, I'll just click my arrow. When I click here now, it will select, it will highlight the shape of the place, the study area where I wanted to map. Then I'll click on this download. When I click on this download, it will load in this particular data now, this particular area data, the buildings, the road, anything that is available here on the imagery, it will load it to JOSM. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. It's very clear. Thank you.
Okay. So is there anybody that want to share his screen so that we'll just do one or two before I drop down the call and hand it over to our moderator? And if you have any question, you can please go ahead and ask your question. So in the absence of questions, let me just take us through a resource. I think there are resources whereby you can get further knowledge of this. You can use the OSM wiki, you can use the Learn OSM, you can use the Upstock, you can use the JOSM document. They are all available for resources, and you can join community like the YouthMappers community in UNIJOS currently. We have the OSM, the Hot Global community, and we have OSM Nigeria community. the entire, like OSM Nigeria now, we that we are in Nigeria now, um, we are OSM community in Nigeria. So we can form a community and start mapping and doing things that has to do with contributing to OSM. So without further ado, I think I've come to the end of my presentation. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Kingsley. Let me stop sharing my screen. If anybody is having any question, you can go ahead, please.
All right, thank you so much, Daniel. This is actually a very big one. The whole session is making really sense. There is only one thing I did not like, which I think we will need to review the timing because we didn't have the kind of turnout that I was expecting. During our last two sections, the first one we reached up to 50 in attendance. The second one we reached up to 45. So I think the issue seems like the timing because most of the students seems like they are away now. So that's the only thing I did not like because I wish that this quality training that all of them are actually available, like we have up to 40 that is attending, and this kind of quality training is dropped. And yeah, so nevertheless, I really appreciate the time you spent in giving us every explanation that we need to know from. Yeah, I was not really expecting this deep because I was thinking that we would just move sniping, but you spent really time in taking us down to everything that we need to know. So if you have been following Daniel from the beginning till now, I am very sure you should have been a kind of advanced mapper by now because everything he actually dropped here is what every expert mapper uses when they are mapping on JOSM. So thank you so much, Daniel. We really appreciate you. We are really grateful for the time and also for the training you have shared with us. Yeah, I don't know, David, is that a question for Daniel? Because we can, yeah, go ahead if it is a question for Daniel.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to bring my hand down. I have asked most of my question, and currently I don't even have lights to access my laptop. But I think with what I've followed through, I have understand the basic tools on how to actually go about the mapping. So it's just for me to take time and then learn them at my own
Yeah,
pace.
yeah, thank you. I will be sharing when we finish. I think I'll get the presentation from the trainer. I will share it along with you and your team. And also, I will also share his LinkedIn page. You can follow him. You can also contact him at any point in time when you have run into problem. He's a free guy, like he's open to people. So in case anytime you have issue, you can always reach out to him. I think he should be glad to help put you through. Yeah, he's one of the people that I know that are very passionate about OSM. He have actually been there, and then he have done a very great mapping all this while. And I'm sure that anytime you reach out to him, he should also be there to support you, whichever way you want. Yeah, so thank you so much for everyone that joined. Thank you for those that stayed up till now. And I just hope that one day, Daniel should also join us once again to also train you guys. But I think you have done really great for today. So we'll be ending it here. So please remember, this is the second section. We still have many ahead. Yeah, participation is very necessary. Like we said, we are going to monitor whatever you're doing down to the graduation. And it is those that satisfied the requirement are people that we are going to graduate. So please, or people are going to issue certificates. So please follow up, do the mapping. If you have any question, we have the WhatsApp group platform where your team are. You can drop it there. I think Philemon and the rest of the other team are there. They can also help and put you through on any places you have a kind of clarification. They will be there to actually answer you. So since there is no other question, I think I can call it a day. So thank you, everyone. We will see you on Tuesday on the third section. And don't forget to keep mapping. Don't forget to keep participating. Yeah, I think from me, from here, thank you so much. Except the regional ambassador have something to say, she can actually say. And then once she's finished, we can actually clap for Daniel and we end the section. Over to you, regional ambassador.
Okay, thank you very much, King. Thank you, Sadan, for a beautiful and impactful training. It was really impactful. Thank you so much. Well, thanks to everyone for joining and for staying up to this time. I think King Vic has said it all. So we'll be meeting next Tuesday. Come prepared to learn. Thank you very much. Let's call it a day.
All right. Bye. Hand of
Thank you,
applause for
everyone.
Daniel as we're existing. Okay, go ahead, Daniel.
Thank you, my Oga. I really appreciate the opportunity to take this training. So, like what the moderator said, if you have any challenge, you can still reach out. We're open to learning, we're open to impact, and we're advancing our and contributing to knowledge sharing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So please, I will, like I said, I will share the material with you. Once I am done here, I will request the trainer to share the PPT with me, and also I'm also going to share with you his LinkedIn link. And yeah, see you on Tuesday, and then let's call it a day. Have a good time and good evening.
Yeah, bye. Thanks. Bye bye.